Hi, welcome to Don's Workshop. Today I'm going to show something a little different here. I've got some pab wall boxes here that I have put together, and let's see what that looks like, a recent purchase, and just show some little tricks that I have used to just kind of maximize filling up the box with different shapes pieces as well. First thing that probably need notice is that they are the boxes, but when you go to the Lego store to close the boxes now, they put this sticker on. Now, one of the things that has happened with the boxes is that the prices went up versus the cups for about $2. In the past, when you brought back a cup, you would get 50 cents off your purchase. With the boxes, if you have not been told yet by a Lego store employee, you need to bring back the sticker and you will get $2 off the purchase of refilling a box. So as long as you bring back the box with the sticker and refill, you get $2 off, which essentially is back to the regular price that was pre-box before the price increase. So these stickers are essentially worth $2 each to bring them back and to refill your box. So keep them. Make sure you keep your stickers, bring them back, and to refill your boxes. Now I think this is important because with the cups are very, they're hard to throw away. So you would be more likely to keep a cup around and remember, bring it back and fill it up. But the boxes are very easy to throw away. So I think having it so that you get $2 off, it rewards you for bringing the box back. Now, because it would be hard to tell if it's a new box or a returned box, even though it's $2, I'd see why they want you to bring something to indicate that you actually filled up this box before. So I think that's an important thing to note with the new system that Lego has with the boxes. Also, just benefit, the boxes do hold more than the cups, and you can also pack them a lot more effectively, which I will get into here. Let's start with this box, which is mostly open, and when I go, I get lots of different parts because my daughter is using a lot of the different parts as well as just keep our collection kind of have different parts available to build things. So on the top, usually this is where some of the loose pieces I'd put. So some of the smaller loose pieces where it isn't great to try to put them together, like these leaves. Just had some was just filling it up at the end on this box to try to get it filled up. So it's got some of these little flowers and whatnot, because we wanted some of these pieces, but it's not necessarily the most comfortable thing to try to put into the box. Now, what I did here is we wanted some rock walls. So, I get into this part. So if you want tiles, what I've done is usually you can get these plates. It's handy. You get plates, the bigger plates or whatever size plates you want. You can put lots of tiles on them and then kind of slide them in to help fill up the box. In this case, I just put a plate on there just to hook these two plates up with some tiles. So we get some more of these tiles without taking up too much space. Something else to do, we got these bricks that we got. I wanted to get a bunch of these long white ones and then top it off when filling up the box with some tiles on the top. With this, and then filling in the sides, get some squares just to fill up the sides there, and dump out some more of these loose pieces. If you're not careful, the loose pieces do get stuck in the side and they will pop the box out, which isn't great because I have had a box break because of that. Now the rock pieces, I stuck them in on top like that, and I could only fit that, but I had some plates underneath these pieces. And what I did is we were stacking these 1x8s and got a bunch of them in red and blue, and put some of these trans blue tiles on top, and had some of these plates on the bottom, trying to collect those. So this is what I did with the rock wall. So just kind of got 10 of them, put them together, and filled them up. So inside, if I can get the wall, one of these off, and see what's in there, and I hook it up with some tiles or some plates to hook these things up together, and so I can get in here. But yeah, so fill it up with lots of little pieces that are on the pab wall. I've done this with some other pieces like the scaffolding pieces. If you stack them up and just kind of put them with something on the side, something like this, then you'd be able to fill those little spots up as well, as a way of kind of filling things up and not taking up and being able to use your space to maximize your space for getting as many scaffolding pieces as you can. So yeah, they're all in there. And just kind of pop it open here. You see I put some square pieces in here to tie them together. Yeah, so you can fill it up with lots of little pieces off the pab wall. They always have lots of little pieces on the pab wall, so it is easy to find things to fill this kind of stuff up with. And once again, wanted lots of these long white, I guess they're 1x12s. So we've got quite a few of those. And then yeah, here I put some 1x6 plates on the top. My daughter wanted some of those. And then this is nice. See how you can really nicely pack them up. See how I put the tiles on the top. With tile off these plates, lots of those, and then just lots of pieces where you can just kind of puzzle things together to fill out your box. Made these stacks as well with different bricks. Got some squares, put some tiles on top. Once again, some plates, some tiles, just kind of hold things together and get lots of these. Oh yeah, this is held together so it's not flopping around, but this makes it easier to just kind of build it and just put it in the box. It's a solid piece. Once again, I've got a bunch of these 1x8s, put some tiles on the top, and some more of the 1x12s with plate and tile. Now what this is usually the box size I found is, what is it? It's 9 bricks high and a plate and a tile in thickness when putting them sideways. So I found this to be quite handy for just putting them in, and then you can kind of fill up the end with some pieces there as well. So got quite a, so you end up with quite a haul, and you could stack stuff up to put in the cups, but you would have to like kind of get them in right, and then it was harder to put stuff. The little pieces wouldn't always fall to the bottom, so you'd have to like do it exactly right to kind of maximize your space with the cups. So the cups were a lot trickier to do that with the box. You can, because the bricks are square, everything's square, it's easy to do that with. And of course it gets tricky with the rounder pieces if you want to get more of those. This box, similar to the last, but we went with some bigger bricks in here. Once again, tiled off a bunch of large plates, get a bunch of these white tiles. And yeah, just always kind of just fill up the spaces in there. And I do try to think of like taking these apart, so this makes it a little easier. These are all a bunch of 2x6s, got a stack in gray, blue, and tan. And put some 1x6 black plates on the top just to fill out that box. And then got a bunch of these squares as well. As you see, I put a 2x6 on the bottom and stack them up, just holds them together when you're trying to put them in the box, so they aren't falling apart. As well as I can task my daughter with just say, hey, build a bunch of these together, and she can put them all together, and I can get them all in the box. Anyway, as you can see, you end up with a lot of pieces. This is 3 boxes, and I haven't taken all the pieces apart, but I got a kind of variety of different pieces, different sizes, and it is quite good. So one other thing, I just want to show you what you can do with the scaffolding pieces here. So with the scaffolding pieces, what you can do is you can take them and just stack them up like so. Like what you can do is if you want to get a bunch of these, stack them up, and you want them to fit in the box, right? So you're going to want to kind of have them stack like this, because you want to fill this inside up. So you kind of want to build something that's going to hold them, right? And then you want something to hold it on the bottom. So you can kind of build just a wall underneath it, and you can, whatever pieces you're wanting to pick from the pad wall, and you just kind of make it a container, 4 pieces, then you have a nice container here where you can just put little pieces inside there and just fill it up. So, and if you have these little pieces that you can just kind of drop in there, it'll even take bigger, you can get some bigger pieces in there too, but you really can get lots of these little pieces in there and fill it up and make that, and then stack it up, and then it'll fit in the box nicely for you, right? So, and if you can get quite a lot of these if you do it right. So that's one of the things you can do with these. The other thing that you might want from the pad wall is these transparent clear panels, or any panels, like black or tan or whatever might be on the pad wall. Well, if you try to put these in your box, they're gonna just have a whole bunch of empty space somewhere. You have to do something to have that empty space. So what I found is that you can fit 5 by 5 worth of brick into that, topped by a tile. So if you take took a couple of squares, and it's got to be like this, like a tile, and you take them and you can fill up one side, and then you can put the other one on top, and that just fits in there. So brick thick and a tile, that's what you can fit in there, and you can only go, so that's 4, and you can only go 5. So it fits 5 by 5 worth. I think I've tried to fit a tile into the side there. It doesn't fit. So it's 5 by 5, and then 1 brick high and 1 tile. One brick, 1 tile high. So if you want to get a lot of these and want to maximize your space, you can do that, because this is easier to do than trying to fill it up with little pieces. Another option would be to do the container thing. That would be to be like this, where you kind of just take maybe 2 of them and separate them out, and then just leave a space so you can fill it up with little pieces. So that is another way you could help maximize your space on these, but then you can't fit quite as many of these in there into a box as if you put them like this and put the bricks in between. So, and if there's tile on there and you want tile, that's a good way to get just more tile into your container, in addition to getting panels like this. So that's my tips for today for packing a Lego Pick-a-Brick wall box. If you thought that was helpful and you would like to see more, please subscribe, leave a comment, and thank you for watching. Take it easy.